Hey, if you're watching this video, it means that you have been selected for the privilege of working on a computer for some of your schoolwork. Um, because our school's different, because we handle things differently, our computer contract is a little bit different than things you might be used to or expecting for that matter. First thing first is using the computer is a privilege, not a right. It's not a right. A privilege is, well, like kind of like a gift, something that's been given to you. A right is something you're entitled to. You're entitled to food, water, sleep. You're not entitled to Netflix, snacks, um, or peanut butter and jelly sandwich if you don't like the food. Those are all privileges that have been kind of awarded to you. Computer is a privilege, not a right. It's kind of like a cookie. You don't need it. You don't need it. All right. So, and part of being able to access the privilege of a computer is the fact that you are exercising the teacher's trust. I'm putting trust in you to do the right thing, and that is the only thing that is keeping you on the computer, is your teacher's trust. We will tell you what websites to go to. If you deviate from these websites, you will lose our trust. You will lose the computer privilege. I've had students that I've seen, make honest mistakes and tell me right away, and they lost their computer privilege for like an hour at the most. We've had other students that try to be slick about it, and they lose their computer privileges for over a month, to the point where really almost forget about using the computer. So, when a student uses the computer, we're looking for 6 things. We're looking for maturity, civility, compliance, academic ability, academic need, and respect. At all times that they're using the computer. If you're not showing maturity, civility, compliance, academic ability, academic need, or respect, you can lose the computer privileges like that. Maturity is pretty simple. It means essentially acting your age and being in control of your emotions. Regardless of why you're here, you need to be in control of your emotions. If you're not in control of your emotions, then you're not able to use a computer, and that's it. Civility. You need to be civil to people. You can't be like mean to people, a bully, and still have access to the computer. Because like I said, the computer is a privilege, not a right. And that goes double for if you ever try to be disrespectful to an MHT. You lose your computer privilege flat out. Compliance. We need you to listen. If we say, stop what you're doing and shut off the computer program, you need to do that in the next 4 seconds, regardless of where you are. Even if you don't have time to save something. If you are told to do something, you need to do it. If you think of it this way. Let's say, someone tells you, get off the computer. And you say, hold on, give me 2 more minutes. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to wait till you're done. But then the next day, I'm going to tell you, like I told you to get off the computer. You didn't. Your computer privileges are gone. That's it. You're like, if you get told something, you need to comply. And that goes for like beyond the computer. That goes for like in the classroom too. If I tell you to put down like a pencil and you don't comply, I don't trust you. You can lose your computer privilege that way. This is the scenario that we're in. I'm going to address academic ability and academic need. Academic ability means that you have to show that you can handle the work on a computer. If you're doing real well, with the work system that, we have worked out, and you go onto the computer and all of a sudden your academic grades start to go down, no. You're going to just leave the computer. Even if you're showing maturity, civility, and everything else, if your grades are going down because you're on the computer, we're done with the computer. Second one, academic need. You got to show me that what you're getting isn't meeting your needs, and you can only get what you need from the computer. Chances are you won't be able to make that argument, but I'll be able to make that argument for you. There's really nothing you can there's very little to nothing you can tell me that would, supersede my professional opinion as a teacher. Just saying. And the other one is respect. If you're rude or disrespectful to people, that means that you're not in a place where I trust you. You're in a place where you're kind of going off on people, and I can't trust you to be like a mature young woman or young man. And because of that lack of respect, you can lose your computer privilege. So you need to show maturity, civility, compliance, academic ability, academic need, and respect at all times when you're using the computer. That's just how you gain my trust. That's how you gain my trust. If a student loses the teacher's trust at any time, they also lose their computer privilege. It doesn't have to be related to the computer activity. You could just take a piece of candy off my desk without asking. You lost my trust. I'm not trusting you on the computer. You're like, that's it. It's really, really that simple. But if you lose my trust, you can get it back. You can maybe you can get it back in an hour. Maybe it'll take you 4 weeks. We have some students that ultimately they never got my trust back, and they never got back on the computer again. The way you can earn my trust back, though, is, like I said, acting like a young adult. Show me maturity, show me civility, show me, compliance, show me academic ability, academic need, and respect, and you'll earn back my trust. Honestly, when someone's acting like a young adult, it's hard not to give them privileges. But when someone's acting like a candy, when someone's acting like a baby, no, you don't need to give them their bottle. It's more difficult to respect someone that acts like below their maturity level than it is to respect someone who performs above their maturity level. That's just how life is, for real. All right. So I've done enough blah blah blah. You've been watching this video for too long. Essentially, this is the computer contract. On the contract, there are 5 questions to answer, and then I need you to sign the back. The 5 questions are: what is the difference between a right and a privilege? What is the difference between being explicitly told and being implicitly told? That's a good one. You're gonna need a dictionary. And how can a student regain a teacher's trust? Who determines when a student can go back on the school computers? And my favorite scenario: Rashid's working very hard on his edgenuity. He needs a break. Rashid knows he can't go to other websites, so he opens up a game of solitaire on the computer software. Did Rashid violate his computer contract and lose his teacher's trust? Well, I'm going to let you guys answer those 5 questions. Each one needs to be at least 20 to 25 words. If it's less than that, I'm going to count. If it's around 20 to 25, I'm not going to count. but they need to be at least a short paragraph. Any one-word answers, and I'll just send it back, and we can try again or not. All right. Cool. I think that's it. The only thing I wanted to say is that for um, no matter what, anything you do on the computer, I can find a paper version of it. It may not be as fun, it may not be as nice, but if you're going through, some books, short story, or literature, and you lose computer privileges, you may have to start all new with a brand new book, and it may be a book that I pick out for you, not one you pick out for yourself. All right, this, that, and the other. You guys are good. I'm really not that worried about this. We rarely ever have any computer contract violations. People are usually chill and young adult about it. So I'm gonna let you go, handle your business, and yeah, hope to see those contracts soon.